We really decided to found Zaidi because we were frustrated with the situation for smallholder farmers in particular. Farmers are really taken advantage of in the marketplace. They don't have access to reliable, consistent markets that pay well or pay on time. The quality of their inputs are really low. And they ultimately pay much higher prices for things that they should be able to get a lot cheaper. And it's just because of the fragmented value chains and the systems that are in place currently, the informal systems, to both provide farmers with products and services and also to buy milk specifically from those farmers, that really puts the farmers in a position where they are not able to afford high quality products, and they can't consistently sell products like milk at a good price into the market. And so really Zaidi was founded initially with the idea that we want to solve that problem for farmers. We want to give them access to a consistent market that can pay on a regular basis and pay higher prices than anybody else can.
Tangu tulianza kufanya kazi na Zaidi, mimi sikuwa nimejegea ng'ombe zangu nyumba hizi za ng'ombe za slow grazing. Nilikuwa nachunga ng'ombe zangu kusiachilia tu nje. Sasa hata sikuwa naona kama hiyo ni biashara. Nilikuwa nafuga tu kama vile nilikuta tu baba yangu akifuga. Sasa alikuja kunifundisha akaniambia hii ni biashara. Kwa hivyo kutoka wakati ule tulianzana na yeye, nimeona faida kubwa. Napata manyua, napata maziwa na pesa pia.
Mambo ya maziwa nimefanya karibu miaka 5 sasa. Mimi nalokota maziwa kwa wakulima na hii pikipiki yangu naleta hapa Mokeli. Nauzia watu wakwenda kupeleka maziwa hiyo Nairobi.
We're doing this by digitizing the collection process. So that means that those farmers not only have consistently accurate records, and there aren't silly math mistakes anymore, which actually cost a lot of money for these farmers, but it means that those farmers can get reliable financial records, so we can lend to those farmers. We can predict how long it's going to take that farmer to pay for a new asset or to pay off a loan for inputs. And so that really allows us to unlock a lot of value for the farmers that they otherwise weren't able to get.
Zaidi introduced an app in the phone or mobile phone whereby we don't use paperwork. We just use mobile phones to collect the data or the milk collection. And this is something that has just changed this area. The data, instead of using papers, the paperwork, it is just data from the phone. It is called the Zaidi app, which is a very unique app at the moment. Very, very useful. I know with the Zaidi, they are still developing it. It is not fully developed. They are still developing it, but with time, it is going to accommodate all those things that we usually yearn for as farmers. That is loans, advances, fees, and whatever. And it is good because they have assured us they are still developing their app to make it successful in the field of milk collection.
There's a myriad of different challenges that we've really tried to tackle with Zaidi, and there's a lot more that we need to work on. Some of the biggest challenges was just quality control and quality assurance through the value chain. So oftentimes a farmer will deliver their milk and that milk will be tainted or adulterated by the time it gets to the market. And so just by stepping in and managing the milk from the farm gate, from the place it's produced, all the way to the consumer, and not letting it be managed by other people, allows us to control that quality throughout the value chain. And that's a really big one. And it also allows us to have control over pricing. And so we can control the costs and control the prices for the consumers and for the farmers throughout that whole process. Really allowing us to drive a lot more value to the farmers and enable the consumers to gain access to higher quality products with better quality assurance that they otherwise couldn't afford.
For the community, it has impacted a lot positively in that the customers are saving because our milk is cheap. It's cheap, and in the business, it has brought a lot of customers into the shop because once we have milk here, somebody will come, and then as he or she is buying milk, he will as well buy some other items. And it is confirmed even with our shopkeeper. I can tell you that ever since we started operating this ATM here, there have been a positive impact and the profit margins absolutely are good and are higher.
Since inception, Zaidi has been growing pretty quickly. And so we started out with just a few, 20 or 30 farmers. And now we're up above 200 farmers that we're collecting from. One of the goals for working with KCJF is to actually scale that to 10 or 20 times. So we want to be working with 4,000 to 5,000 farmers in the next 12 to 18 months. Another thing that we're going to, another big piece of what the KCJF funding is about is really developing the intervention that we have with farmers here in the rural areas. And that includes developing the technology further to enable us to provide loans and financing for the farmers.